So this has been a very interesting conversation with you, Ms. Vollin. I have one last question, and that is, do you think Black history should be taught in D.C. public schools, and if so, why?
Not only do I think it should be taught, I would do whatever I can as a librarian, an educator, a parent, a human being to make it so. I just wonder, how can we do it? I mean, students and teachers in the world, and DC particularly, we're hungry for it. We're hungry for the history that's missing, to fill in the blanks. Well, kids say things like, well, what were we doing then? What were we doing when that part of DC was going on? Is there a place in America or in DC for African American people? How do we fit into the equation? Yes, it must be taught. What can be done? I'm wondering, do we write legislation? Do we picket? Do we return to the days of old in DC where we had sit-ins? You know, I mean, can it be exciting for us? You know, I'm ready, because you know, I'm kind of a little older now and a lot wiser, and I participated in sit-ins and all those kinds of things for apartheid and all those things. But this is vital. We're the nation's capital. We have to have our history preserved and presented for all students. And the best example of that is when my son says to me, "Mom, what do you mean that Georgetown was black?" I don't see that.
Right.
I don't see that now. Then I give him a book, Georgetown Remembered by Carol Gibbs, and he reads it. Can it be taught?
Yes.
That's for educators like you and me and preservers of the culture to decide, and we must do our best to fight for it.
And how about here in Foggy Bottom? This was a black community. From 1870 to 1970, this is a black community here in Foggy Bottom, where GW is. You look around today, this was a black community? Yes, it
That's what my son says when he comes and plays down here, and he comes and plays in Blues Alley, and he says, "Wow, Mom, that's impossible."
Oh, yeah.
But it's possible, isn't it?
And you know what's shocking is when I tell my students that the White House and the Capitol and the monument was built by slaves.
When you say those things, it makes me get chills, really. I'm not kidding. It makes me get chills. But you know what? We need to make it so all Americans get chills.
All Americans.
And yes, I'm for it. Where do I sign up? And I'm ready.
Thank you, Ms. Vollin.
Thank you.
Thank you. God
Thank you
bless
so much. God bless you.
Thank you.